back and enjoy Defenders of the Pond.
At the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim, and emerging from the HL, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 1993 Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
It's fire in their eyes. You see them challenging the odds. We'll beat them, power mixed with pride. Unleash it, danger on the ice. BCJ!
Breakaway pass, single, all alone, shoot, score!
Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. A surge of force that never dies. Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. A surge of force that never dies.
Moving in, inside move, they score!
Thunder from the crowd, explosive, people and the sound. We'll charge them, watch the one ignite, and we'll melt down on the ice.
Springs man out, wide, slap shot, get it!
A surge of force that never dies.
What a comeback by the Mighty Ducks!
Ducks of Anaheim. A surge of force that never dies. Rock the ball! Yes, a force that never dies. Rock the ball!
The Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. It is the crown jewel of NHL arenas. This would be the stage where Disney CEO Michael Eisner would build another Magic Kingdom. This one in the world of sport.
Saw Field of Dreams, and there was an arena, and there was no team, and I added 2 and 2 up, and came out to about 11, and I went and got the franchise.
So the name of this team is officially the Mighty Ducks. It makes sense for the Mighty Ducks to play only in one place, and Mickey's going to reveal that place now, and that is the pond at Anaheim. It's a quack heard around the world. 1, 2, 3.
With that momentous quack, history was made. Now Disney had just 7 months to build an NHL franchise. Eisner handpicked President Tony Tavares to make it happen.
There were a lot of knowledgeable people that said you'll never build it in time, you won't be able to sell tickets in time, you got TV deals to make, you got radio deals to make, you got advertising to sell, staff to assemble, you gotta get ready for a draft that's gonna happen in June. You really don't have any time. And we were convinced that if we went out and hired the right people that we could pull it together.
Tavares quickly named Jack Ferreira as general manager and Pierre Gauthier as his assistant. Together, they would set out to build the most successful expansion team in NHL history. But first, Michael Eisner took care of some unfinished business when the much-anticipated Mighty Ducks logo was unveiled.
We're here to reveal the logos. So here is the official logo. We are one step closer to skating. Now all we need is a coach and players, and we'll be in great shape.
The first entry draft selection in the history of the Mighty Ducks is Paul Kariya of the University of Maine.
The players would come from 2 separate drafts. The NHL Entry Draft, where the Ducks chose Canadian scoring sensation Paul Kariya as their first ever amateur draft selection.
Perfect.
In the NHL Expansion Draft, the Ducks and Florida's new team, the Panthers, would choose from players left unprotected by other NHL clubs. Here, the Ducks had one goal in mind.
With a name like the Mighty Ducks, it was important that we put a team on the ice that wasn't going to be pushed around.
Big, strong, and physical, Disney was building the toughest team in hockey.
I think we've got some NHL goaltending, we've got an experienced defense. Then up front, we've got some good size and good speed. We've got some guys that can check. Scoring, it's going to be tough some nights.
With an emphasis on goaltending and defense and a touch of Disney magic, emerged the men who would be the defenders of the pond.
Go! Go, Clark! Out of the way, Hazy, good play! Hammer!
And finally, the man who would lead the Ducks into the battle zone of the NHL, head coach Ron Wilson.
Go!
He was young, he was aggressive, he was very positive.
Hot Sweets, bury it!
New team, fresh young coach.
Yeah! Sorry, Mike, I own you. I own you, Mike.
Well, it was overwhelming, to be honest with you, because I didn't think that I was going to get the job.
Right here takes a puck. Let's say it's Todd.
Suddenly, okay, you've got the job, and you realize how much work there is ahead of you. A band of ragtag hockey players, a rookie coach, young, good-looking guy like me, Emilio Estevez.
Like the young coach in Disney's hit movie, Wilson had to bring together a unit that had never played together. Third and fourth line players who were now given a new opportunity to shine.
I'll use Stu as an example. He's playing with Jeremy Roenick. He makes a pass to Jeremy Roenick. Stu in the back of his mind is probably saying, I hope he scores. Instead, you should be hoping Jeremy Roenick's either going to pass it back to me for the goal, or the goalie makes a save, and I'm going to score. I wanted our players to understand that now is they finally got the opportunity they've been craving for. Lots of ice time, a chance to make a difference in the game. And you can't just say, well, I'm only a third or fourth line player. On this team, you're a front line player from player 1 to player 25. Everybody's got to be a part of our team concept and shoulder the responsibility equally. Yeah, but you know what I mean? You got to be out there saying, I'm going to be the guy who scores here.
The September preseason passed quickly. Ron Wilson and assistant coaches Al Sims and Tim Army molded this team into a solid unit. Finally, ready or not, on October 8th, it was time for the debut of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
Esteemed hockey fans, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight to the pond. We invite you to relax and take your seat as the city of Anaheim, the National Hockey League, and the Mighty Ducks celebrate a new era in sports entertainment.
Opening night, Disney style, an extravaganza unequaled in all of sport. Descending from high above the crowd came the ultimate defender of the pond, Wild Wing. Wild Wing's spectacular entrance set up their dramatic introduction of the players.
Defenseman number 6, John Hill.
Now it was time for the real show to begin. The inaugural game for the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 1993 Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
The powerful Detroit Red Wings were the Ducks' opening night opponent, and they spared no firepower on the league's newest team.
Puck right over the line. Shepherd bearing down. Shepherd deep shooting. What a save by Guy Hebert!
Goaltender Guy Hebert sparkled early on, but the Red Wings eventually broke through. The atmosphere in the sold-out pond was filled with anticipation, and at 4:13 of the second period, the Ducks would score and the pond would rock.
They're trying to work it out. Can't play it. Pass Kasatonov to Holder. Wide slap shot. Save. Angry rebound. Bouncy quick shot. They score! They score!
It was the first ever goal in Ducks history. A power play goal scored by defenseman Sean Hill. Team captain Troy Loney would put his name in the record books early in the third period.
Kasatonov looking. Beating down low. Right up front. Shot. Score!
Detroit won the season opener, but Duck fans would not have to wait long for the sweet taste of victory. In only their third game of the season, the Mighty Ducks stunned the Edmonton Oilers with a powerful offensive assault.
Intercepted by King around the Jack.
Three first-period goals gave the Ducks a comfortable 3-0 lead. Bill Holder made it 4-0 in the second. Then behind some terrific goaltending by Ron Tugnut, the Mighty Ducks held on to a 4-3 lead late in the game.
Slap shot. Right on. Save. Rebound. They look. Another spectacular save by Tugnut. 15,000 plus on their feet. Brought in over by way. 5 seconds to go. Centers out front. It's played on the zone. It's hockey history. It's hockey history at the
Feeling was unbelievable to get a win. Someone took a picture basically from the press box of our bench, and it's about everybody on our team was standing with their arms raised, and it was a great moment for us, and particularly for our management, because those are the people who paid the price for 4 or 5 months in a real rush putting everything together, that they finally saw that their efforts produced a victory.
The Ducks were impressive in their next 2 games, tying the Boston Bruins and the Calgary Flames. They then took their 3-game unbeaten streak on the road, straight to Broadway, premiering against the eventual Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden.
I remember in the morning, we got upset because they decided to have a team picture rather than a morning skate. So that sort of fired us up that they were taking us lightly.
Right now, Yake got it in front. They score! Terry Yake in front, able to feed Troy Loney.
Once again, the Ducks scored first and never looked back. The rest of the night belonged to Ducks center Terry Yake. His 3 goals buried the Rangers and earned him bragging rights as the first Mighty Duck to score a hat trick.
It was probably the biggest game of my career thus far, and I went in there and had a lot of fun. Of course, it was great to go on the road and get our first win, seeing as other teams took a long time to go on the road and get their first win, and it's not usually easy to win on the road. And we established ourselves as a decent road team this year, and I'd like to think it started from everybody right from that first game.
I don't think a lot of guys realize what we did that game. It was our first game on the road, which is obviously a big thing for a new franchise. And I think we're so young at the time, as a team, and we just started to make our own identity. And to beat a team like that was just something really special. I don't think we'll ever forget it.
Historically, first-year teams have been easy prey away from home. No one could have predicted what would happen when the Ducks took off on a 4-game Canadian road trip in November.
Semenoff cuts between the rings, get it in front, that's a shot, rebound, they score! Pass for Sacco, a breakaway in onto the Vancouver net, Sacco shoots, he scores!
They crushed the Vancouver Canucks 6-3, then beat the Oilers in Edmonton. While opposing clubs couldn't help but snicker at the name and logo of their visitors, the Ducks quickly earned their respect.
Loose base of the circle, taking the shot, score!
The Road Warriors from Anaheim collected 2 more wins. first in Calgary, then against the Winnipeg Jets.
Each step along the way, we were happy with ourselves and we were relaxed because we were having some success on the road. We weren't worrying about winning the next game. Finally, we finished it off with an outstanding effort in Winnipeg, completely surprised them, and gone 4-0 on a road trip.
2 seconds, one, it's over! The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim have pulled off their record-setting 4th straight victory as Stu Grimson gives Rod Tugnutt a well-deserved bear hug.
The Mighty Ducks' success on the road was no accident. They were the most intimidating team in the NHL, with more than a dozen players over 6 feet and 200 pounds. From the Pittsburgh Penguins, 6'3" Troy Loney captained the Ducks with the wisdom gained from 2 Stanley Cup championships.
Come on, boys, kill her off. Yeah, I got Williams down here. Get by. Come on, go by.
Alongside Loney stood 6'2" Todd Ewan and 6'5" Stu Grimson, the mightiest Ducks of them all.
Takes a big bump from Stu Grimson.
I call them our 2 nuclear deterrents.
Todd Ewan looks a little bit like Andre the Giant.
It doesn't mean that you have to push the button and fire them off. But when other teams are considering damaging action against you, they get to look over and see the 2 missile silos.
Ewan and Grimson gave the Ducks a powerful 1-2 punch away from home. Their tough physical presence opened up the ice for the smaller, swifter Ducks, allowing them to soar.
You have to understand, if I throw a body check and I can lay somebody out and take the puck off them, that provides a real emotional charge for my team. I want to be able to say that my team's competing physically too, so I'm in charge, and you know, teammates are in charge, Todd Ewan, people like that.
What I've found most important with those 2 is their leadership qualities in the dressing room. You have to understand the qualities of these guys as individuals and what they do and say in the locker room between periods, in practice, how hard they work. They're just determined to improve.
A leader in the locker room, Stu's strong beliefs and easygoing nature make him an ideal family man.
Kind of an extended vacation. It's been a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed being down here. The climate's been a lot of fun. We kind of miss snow at Christmas, but it's been terrific. I have a wife, I have 2 daughters. I have a 2-year-old girl and just a brand new 2.5-month-old. So we're kind of on our way to go see them right now.
Daddy, there he is.
Hi, you. Hi, you.
There's Daddy.
You're wide awake now, aren't you?
He's obviously a lot different to what he is on the ice, and I think that people that get to know Stu off the ice, and I hope more people do, because that's the Stu that I really identify with. A lot of times, I have to admit, I look at him on the ice and I think, my gosh, I can't even believe you're that same big puppy dog that comes home every day.
Show me how you catch.
He's kind of a gentle giant, I always think of him. Stu is a really even-tempered guy. He never raises his voice. He's a very conscientious father. He's very good with his kids, and his family life is really important to him. He always makes us a priority. I can honestly say that Stu always makes a point of making his family #1.
You show Hannah your hockey player. She'd like that. This is safe haven for me. I mean, being able to come back here, being able to spend time with my wife and with my daughters. You come home and no matter whether you were a hero on the ice or you were a bum on the ice, you're always daddy when you get here. Good stuff.
Then there is Todd Ewan. Hockey tough guy, family man, musician, children's author, and sculptor.
Well, I got started doing this a long time ago. When I was a young kid, had a lot of time sitting on the bench, and I just started doing some of these things, and you know, it just developed from there. A lot of players come up to me and go, you know, I've always played with tape. I put on my finger, wait till it turns purple, and take it off again. And I just like to look at it like I took it one step further and started making things out of it. So, got a goalie mask here for D.E. there. These are the hockey pant binoculars. Hopefully be a souvenir item out soon. My mind's constantly going. I'm just bringing out things all the time, and you know, if it's not this, I'm doing the art. So I just need some escapes from this game. I'm one of those people that just teaches themselves things. I went out and I just learned how to play piano by myself. You know, I carry music, but I can hear the notes and I can hear how to play, and I just played by ear. I did that for piano, drums, bass, guitar. So those are a few of the things that I did. And along with the art, I taught myself. I'm just one of those creative type people. You know, when I'm away from the game and when I go home, I'm myself. A lot of people can visualize themselves going to work and being cutthroat of business and coming home and being a family man. It's the same thing. It's a little bit more extreme.
Extreme physical hockey. That was the style of Ron Wilson's Mighty Ducks.
Let's go, boys. Let's bury him here. Keep coming. He's yours. We don't give the line. Don't give the line. Way to come back and nail him there. Good hit.
As the season moved into December, the confidence of the young Ducks began to grow. They battled the St. Louis Blues to a 1-1 tie at the end of regulation before young Jared Scaldi took matters into his own hands.
Sweeney looking, beating, one-time shot, save, rebound, score! Score! The Ducks win it in overtime! Jared Scaldi wraps it in, and with 2:04 to go in overtime, the Mighty Ducks record their 10th victory of the season.
Defense was at the heart of this team's success, and night after night, opposing players felt the fury of the Duck defensemen. Veterans Bobby Dallas, Alexei Kasatonov, Randy Ladisor, and Mark Ferner, along with Don McSween and David Williams, anchored the D. From the Buffalo Sabres came Big Bill Holder. A free spirit with a lethal slap shot, Holder led all defensemen in scoring with 14 goals and 25 assists. The impressive play of 23-year-old Sean Hill grew from steady to rock solid.
They gave us a system that suits our players, which is a defensive system that starts with the goalie and up to the defenseman and all the way to the forward. We have to have a very strong defensive team.
The cornerstone of the Mighty Ducks defense would be the outstanding play of their two goaltenders, Guy Hebert and Ron Tugnut.
Penalty is over. Here's a cross-ice reach. What a save by Tugnut! Gretzky with a man hot on his heels. Gretzky deep, shoots, save by Guy Hebert. Here he comes. He shoots, save by Tugnut. Center screen, deep, shoots. What a save by Guy Hebert! That's the game saver by Guy Hebert.
Guy Hebert and Ron Tugnut are completely different goaltenders, completely different personalities. Ron Tugnut's a small but very aggressive goaltender, sort of a bubbly personality, always talking all the time. Then you've got Guy Hebert, who's somewhat of an intellectual, very quiet, studious person, plays a very composed, conservative style in goal. I told the goalies that they were responsible for our record.
For much of the year, that responsibility was split between the two goalies. But it was Guy Hebert who would eventually emerge as the #1 netminder. In mid-December, Hebert's stunning 38-save shutout against the Toronto Maple Leafs put him in the record books.
Rebound, Steve Hebert, side of the net. Oh, and there was Doug Gilmour. And here comes another Vanderbilt deep shoot. Saved by Guy Hebert. Inside 15 seconds, back to that shot. Save. Rebound, they lose. Guy Hebert, what a spectacular save. Puck is into that. Patrick Clark, quick shot. Blocked by Bobby Dallas. Game's over. Ducks win.
What a tremendous win for Guy Hebert. You can see him smiling beneath that goal mask. The first shutout in Mighty Duck history, and he sure earned it tonight.
While some writers predicted a mid-season collapse for the Mighty Ducks, it never happened. At the halfway point, the Ducks were ahead of their crosstown rivals, the LA Kings, and poised for, of all things, a playoff spot. Behind the bench, Ron Wilson showed the maturity of a veteran head coach. His positive approach kept the Ducks confident and focused.
Good job, good job. Great job, guys. Don't be afraid to shoot, though.
I think the thing that impressed us most with Ron was that he really believed that he could outthink an opponent by putting lesser talent on the ice and outcoach them.
Forward. The puck's at the midboard there, right? The D's going together. That near side winger, don't stay there 10 feet away from him. Take off, push the defenseman out, give him a little bit of a lane.
There's no question that the confidence they build in us is a big reason for everybody succeeding the way they have this year.
You lose a game, it's not life and death. You come back the next day, you work hard, you win the next game. And that's the approach he's had, and I think it's worked well with our team.
Good play. Be ready. Right here, Swains.
He likes to have fun, and we all like to have fun, and I think we all work better when we're having fun, as long as we're working, and that's the thing that Ron stresses the most. We have to work and have fun.
Hey, Fernsey, want to play suck and drag?
He's not a guy that needs that distance between himself and the players. He's, I guess, as a player, was always, one of the guys and an energetic kind of a prankster, and he's been that way very much so as a coach.
Come on, Fernsey, come on out, play suck and drag.
I like to have basically a happy workplace. I don't want to see a lot of long faces, and I felt that by creating at least a happy atmosphere, the guys would never give up in the face of a lot of adversity.
While Wilson did allow some fun at practice, there was no joking when it came to the E word.
He said E stands for excuses, and I don't want to hear any of them.
Expansion team, and expansion team, and expansion team, and...
Hey, there we go. $200.
We've got a whole set of rules, and it's very technical as to how you can use the E word, and basically you can't.
It was a $25 fine in a group of 8 individuals or less.
We couldn't use that as an excuse, so we eliminated the E word from our vocabulary.
25 people or more, I think it was a $50 fine or $100 fine.
We don't want to be called an expansion team. We're a new team, and we don't want to be...
Oh, $50 by the way.
Oh, sorry.
E-police, we call them.
I was caught once in an interview, and I'm not going to get caught again. Expansion. No, I can't say the E word. Expansion.
After this year's over, I'm sure that fine will be gone, and I can say it all I want.
By now, Duck fever had spread throughout Orange County. The Ducks were the hottest ticket in town, and fans gave the team's performance a unanimous quack of approval.
Go Ducks! Quack, 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 quack.
New team, new arena, it's beautiful.
I love the Ducks. I love hockey.
Different than any other sport, basketball, baseball, this is the most exciting.
First game I came to here, I just got hooked on it.
Hockey's real exciting. There's something always happening. It's fun. It's exciting.
The fans are into it.
17,000 screaming people.
Attitude of the Ducks would best be described as hard work, hard-nosed.
I like Sean Hill, and I like Volk, and I like Keith.
Oh yeah, Anatoly Semenov. That's why I got his number.
Todd Ewan is our favorite bully of all time.
Disney's newest character, Wildwing, played to glowing reviews at every Duck game.
Your traditional hockey building. You come into our rink, and I think you get surprised a little bit. Whether it's our mascot, Wildwing, shooting bold T-shirts all over the arena with a big slingshot, to the decoys that are hitting the ice. We'll do anything to keep this crowd involved in the game, and I think it certainly has helped us.
Hi, welcome to the Arrowhead Pond. Come right in.
Hi, how you doing tonight? What can I get for you?
This is the Mighty Duck dessert cart. There's 2 on each floor.
Tonight's program here, Duck season's open.
The magnificent Arrowhead Pond quickly became known as the friendliest arena on earth. And the sale of Mighty Ducks merchandise went through the roof.
We've got 300 different items here in the store. 18 different styles of hats. Limited edition tie. Only 500 ties will be made. Disney's done it again. Disney's done it again. We are only going to do it one way, and that's perfect. We want to be America's hockey team.
In January, the Ducks offense kicked into high gear.
Let's go, Dom!
The #1 line of Gary Vault, Peter Duras, and Bob Corkum combined for over 50 goals and 130 points. Known more for his big league checks than his scoring ability, center Bob Corkum found himself leading the team in scoring for much of the season.
3-on-2, Duras looking, dropping pass, shooting, score! Bobby Corkum taking the pass from Peter Duras.
Speedy Joe Sacco found enough room on the ice to pour in 19 goals this year. And the playmaking skills of Patrick Karnback, Sean Van Allen, and Anatoly Semenov had Duck fans on the edge of their seats.
What I think's been special this year is that so many of our players have reached career highs statistically. When I look at some of the statistics, we've got guys who've done more this year than they have in their whole career up to this point. Half of our team falls into that category.
Here comes Patrick Karnback weaving, drops it off for Yake. Yake moving in, inside move, they score!
Hartford's decision to give up on talented Terry Yake was a blessing for the Ducks. Affectionately called Teriyaki by his teammates, he led the team in scoring this year with 21 goals and 31 assists.
Van Allen again, quick shot, score!
You talk about your hand-eye coordination. Watch Terry Yake. He's like George Brett moving in there and whack right up into the top of the goal. What an outstanding goal by Terry Yake.
He's got great hand skills, really good hand skills. He's a guy that finishes pretty well around the net, and I think he creates a lot of opportunity for himself. Just, he's an explosive skater.
Boston native Tim Sweeney turned some heads with a gritty 16 goals in just his first year, including the game winner in the Ducks' 1-0 shutout in Toronto.
2-on-1 short-handed. Yake with Sweeney streaking, looking, feeding, Sweeney shoots, scores! Tim Sweeney scores, short-handed with 13:45 to go in regulation. And the
Like many of the Mighty Ducks players and their families, Tim and his wife, Chrissy, enjoyed the combination of hockey and warm weather.
Getting up every day, 80-degree weather, I can handle that. We just talked to people at home, there's 20 inches of snow. I don't miss that.
That's a great shot of the sunset right there. January 15th, shorts and a golf shirt.
It's one of these scenarios where you see a lot of other people playing in the sun and you go, that's just never going to happen to me right there. And it's the type of things that you dream about happening playing in a nice place like Anaheim and in the NHL. So I think we're getting the best of both worlds right now. We're playing in a great city where the weather is great, and we're also playing in the NHL.
The cool attitude of surf and sand disappears on game day for the Mighty Ducks.
Our changes again, boys. Everybody be aware of who you have, everything I say.
In February, all the pieces came together in one of the finest games of the year for the Ducks. A sparkling 3-0 shutout over Vancouver at the Pond.
swing, and that takes a terrific hit check from Sean Hill. Look out, here's a break on the left wing, springs Van Allen. Wide, slap shot, and a goal! He comes it up to Sweeney. Sweeney, chipping one, and score! What a pass by Tim Sweeney! But quickly, breakaway pass. Here's Lyndon's shot, saved by the blocker of Hebert. gets it back again and fires one in the middle. Here comes a shot by Carter. He scores!
It was Guy Hebert's second shutout of the year, the first at the Pond. With the Ducks still in the playoff hunt in March, GM Jack Ferreira traded goalie Ron Tugnut for smooth skating Stéphane Lebeau. A 30-goal scorer with the Montreal Canadiens, Lebeau provided an instant spark to the Ducks' offense. Called to back up Guy Hebert, goaltender Mikhail Stalenkov quickly made his presence known. He started in goal on March 16th when the Mighty Ducks faced off against the LA Kings in front of a raucous Southern California crowd at the Pond.
Oh, Ducks! Breakaway pass, Seko, all alone, shoots, scores! Joe Seko! Two forecheckers as Holder teams one in on goal. Big save, rebound, Seko, shot, scores! Stéphane Lebeau!
The Ducks outplayed the Kings in every aspect of the game, out-hustling, out-hitting, and outscoring LA 5-2.
Rebound, score! Another power play goal, their third of the night. Here comes Sweeney. He's got Yank open on the right side, fakes the pass. Now shoots, save, rebound, scores!
The impressive Ducks victory served notice that the Mighty Ducks were true defenders of the pond. Throughout the year, the Mighty Ducks took time to share their success with their fans. In December, they hosted Ice the Fire, a fun-filled night at the pond featuring the Ducks, the Kings, and an entire cast of Hollywood celebrities. Together, they raised over $250,000 for the victims of the fires that swept the region. Then in March, it was the Mighty Ducks Fan Fair, an event that let fans meet the Mighty Ducks up close while raising money for the Disney Goals charity.
It's a chance to kind of, reach out your hand and thank the fans for the way that they've been this year. I know that they've appreciated us, and they don't get a chance to hear us say often enough that we appreciate them, and we truly do.
The team even got to experience the thrill of a parade down Main Street in Disneyland.
I thought you had to win an Olympic gold medal or win a championship to get in a parade in Disneyland. It's nice to see the faces of the kids. I know that some of them are looking at Mickey and Donald behind you, but it's still a nice feeling, and we enjoyed going there.
The Mighty Ducks soared into April, still in contention for a playoff berth. It was their remarkable record on the road that kept them in the hunt, and they would finish with a bang. The Ducks won 5 of their last 6 road games, setting an NHL record for the most wins on the road by a first-year team with 19. Every night, a new hero emerged to lift the team. Even Big Stu Grimson got into the act when he scored his first goal as a Duck at Dallas.
In over the line, flips it ahead to you, a nice drop pass, back to Grimson, he scores! Stu Grimson gets his first goal as a member of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
To see Stu so excited and to see our bench just jump up, and he just had the biggest grin. He was like a little kid in a candy store.
Gary Volk scored his team-leading 5th game-winning goal just 24 seconds into overtime in a game at the Spectrum in Philly.
Gets caught up ice a little bit, and Lindley fires one, save, rebound, score! Score! 24 seconds into overtime. Ducks win 3-2.
They took apart the Kings again, this time at the Forum. Their final triumph was their 33rd win of the season, and no first-year team had ever won more. Their 33-46-5 record earned them 71 points and 4th place in the Pacific Division, ahead of both the Kings and the Oilers, and beyond the expectations of everyone.
I'm just so pleased that we've had as much success as we've had. The ideas that we had coming in worked. Now as we improve the skill level of our team over the next couple of years, keep that determined work ethic in place, keep the entertainment in place for the fans, and even expand upon that, we're going to be a very successful franchise.
It was a fairy tale season that only Disney could have imagined. As a team, the Mighty Ducks flew farther than anyone dared believe. As an organization, their success was applauded throughout the NHL. Their story is just now beginning. For next year, the Mighty Ducks will return as defenders of the pond.
Welcome to On the Fly. I'm Erica Wachter. Mike Kelly will join us in just a bit. We've got an awesome 12-game slate to get to, and we begin with a battle between Atlantic Division heavyweights. The Bruins and Panthers went head-to-head Tuesday to determine first place in the division, a spot the Cats just reclaimed after their big three-point weekend. Meanwhile, Boston, who has controlled that top spot most of the season, coming off back-to-back regulation losses for the first time since December, and that left Jim Montgomery to say his team isn't ready for the playoffs. So in a game that felt like the postseason, let's see if he was right.
Puts it across to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He had to go to the bench. He lost his helmet. Barkov chops at it. Barkov again. He's shooting. He keeps in. They score. Evan Rodriguez was right there in the blue. 27 seconds in. The Cats are on top.
Pasternak, a reverse hit. Dix, Kachuk, Grizzly to McAvoy, and he scores! Charlie McAvoy ends a 15-game goal drought with a hammer.
Well, Boston able to find their game after the great start. Now a turnover. It's Losterin and tries a pass that's broken up. He's got it again. They score! And Sam Reinhart, his 51st goal of the season.
He's a rhinoceros, always in the right spot.
Here's Sam Bennett down low. Looking, has a man in the slot for Higgy. Shot save. Rebound for Higgy again. Swayman made the stop.